2004 on a 54 Bentley Continental GT. It's in this lovely dark metallic blue colour with a nice later, I believe they're either Mulliner or Speed wheels, which are a lot nicer than the early wheels, actually, those sort of slabby chrome ones. Really nice set of wheels, those. They are on matching Pirelli P0s all the way around as well, which we'll point out as we go. We're going to start by having a good look at the bodywork, and we're going to move on to the interior. Then we'll go for a cold engine startup. If we look down the side of the car, we've got these LED lights on in here. You can see it's lovely and straight all the way down there. It's not wavy, it's not full of ripples or dents. All nice and clean on the front wing, with the exception we've got a couple of minor stone chips, but generally nice and tidy. No sign of any corrosion coming through the arch. Normally this is sort of paint flake with stone chips and corrosion coming through, but this one's all good. And you also want to check there where it meets the sill cover, and again, that's all nice and neat. Alloy wheels, although they're very nice, there is a couple of little curb marks on them here and there, but other than that, all good. Like I say, Pirelli P0 Rosso tyres. As we go around, we'll check them, but that's your front right. Coming down this side, got one stone chip on the A-pillar here, and you will notice here and there's a little bit of swirling in the paint. It's obviously been washed through, hand car wash and things like that, so a really good deep polish would make a big difference. I have seen this colour after a proper cut and polish before, and it does make a fantastic difference. All nice and tidy on the front edge of the door there. A couple of minor stone chips and parking marks in the middle of the door. All good on the wing mirror. Normally this plastic's missing or it's ingrained with dirt, but this one, as you can see, is good. Window wise, all nice and tidy. Normally these quarter lights fail and they've got sort of a silvery cloudiness to them, whereas this one's crystal clear, as you can see. All the chrome work around the window is good. Front windscreen's nice and tidy. There's no delamination in any of the corners. If we look up on the roof, we've got a couple of little marks. There's a bit of a scuff here. It's almost like a football's hit it there. Hasn't dented it, but it's got a light scuff. And there's a couple of swirls further back that want polished out. Come down this side, you'll see there's a couple of light scratch marks on the door where it's been opened on something. And there's a couple of little stone chips just there. Other than that, all good. Normally where this edge kicks out, this is normally peppered with stone chips, but this one's generally pretty good. One or two minor ones, but generally pretty good. Lovely and clean all the way around that rear arch. There's no corrosion down the bottom here. Nice and tidy on the rear wheel with the Pirelli, again, P0 Rosso tyre. Have another look up this side from here. That's all good as well. Round on the back, tail lights on both sides are bright and clear. A couple of light scuffs where things have been lifted in the boot over the years, but nothing major. Rest of the bumper is nice and neat. Got one very small scratch just there. To be fair, if you put the correct size number plate on that, you probably wouldn't even notice that. They should have like a double height plate, shouldn't they? All nice and clean on the boot lid. Again, a couple of light swirls that would polish out, but other than that, all good. Rear screen's nice. Electric spoiler does work as it should. I checked that earlier on. All good on the rear quarter on this side. We do have one stone chip. In fact, that's just a bit of ingrained dirt. Ignore that. There is one there. Very light. All good on the rear quarter, and the arch itself, nice and tidy. There's a very light scratch just down the bottom there. Same with this wheel as the other ones. Pirelli P0 tyre, a couple of light curb marks on the outside, but generally doesn't spoil the wheels. Glass on this side is nice and clear. There's no issues on the quarter light on this one. No delamination in the bottom of the screen or in the top. No stone chips coming up the A-pillar. And the roof, again, we can have another look from this side. A couple of light swirls. Other than that, all good. Coming down this side, nothing to really whinge about. On the passenger door, front wing, it's probably the worst swirl on the car. You can see it's just there. But like I say, a really good polished wood. Make that look really good. Nice and neat all the way around that front arch, and there's a very light scratch just there, but that is me being particularly picky. And your final Pirelli P0 tyre. This one has a tiny bit of curbing on it, but other than that, all good. Round on the front, and the headlamps on both sides, all four, lovely and clear. Chrome work of the grille is nice. On the badge is good. Lower half of the bumper is nice and neat. They can be absolutely caked in stone chips. This one's generally pretty good. There's one or two minor ones and a couple of minor ones on the painted section of the grille. The rest of the bonnet, all nice and neat. Got one or two minor stone chips, but no big dings or dents. Moving on to the interior. Again, this is one of my favourite colour combos, that lovely dark deep blue with a sort of caramelly coloured interior. A little bit of ingrained dirt on the armrest, and again on the bolster of the seat. The dark blue section across the top, which matches the carpets, and the top of the dash is all lovely. The wood, again, very, very nice. All the chrome switch gear is good. Door shut is nice and neat. The stainless trim plate is good. Steering wheel, all nice and neat as far as wear goes. Dials are nice and clear. Wood around the dials is good. The top of the dash is nice. Centre console, this especially around the gear lever can get really horrible and scratched, whereas this one's all nice and neat. Same goes with the armrest. They've opted for the secondary leather colour choice, which on the armrest, if you're going to go for a leather interior, a light leather interior, that's always the right choice. No real wear and tear to the seat, there just is a bit of grubbiness on that. It actually looks worse on the camera than it is in real life. Backs of the seats are good, they're not sort of kicked or abused. Rear bench is all nice and neat. The wood down the centre section is good. As with every GT of this era, it's got a bit of sag in the headlining. It's two-piece headlining, it's got a centre section down the middle that never sags. Either side, it's a little bit loose at the back. Material's fine, it just wants refixed. Good trimmer can do that for a couple of £100 these days as well, which is nice. Passenger side, all nice and neat on the door card. A little bit of grubbiness on this side, but not as bad. And again, same story on here, a little bit of grubbiness on the main bit. But generally there's no rips or tears, nice and neat. This tan section of the dash on this side is lovely. Got a lamb's wool overwork, all that sort of stuff, as you'd like to see. Obviously electric memory, lumbar and massaging seats, this one. The other Bentley, it's got all the usual spec as well, heated seats, aircon, adjustable suspension, sat nav, usual stuff. And then under here, you've got that 6-litre twin turbo W12 engine. Really, really good engine, these things. You see them on like 180, 200,000 miles in the flying spares. Doing it with their eyes closed. All the plastics are where they should. It's been parked here for a little while. There's no drips or drops underneath it. We'll get it fired up. This one is foot on the brake. Roll over just like that. Nice and happy. We'll go straight around the back. It's not let out any smoke or anything like that around the back. And if we go around the front, ticking over nice and smooth like you'd expect the W12 to do. I would say there's a possibility this one may need a new battery. Seems to be fine. The vendor did say it does go flat after if it's been left for a little while, week or so. Just bear that in mind. It does seem to be fine while it's here. We will charge it, see what that does as well. If you've got any more questions at all, please get in touch. Thank you.